What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Check this out. I want to talk to y'all about this topic that y'all see in the title, simply because it's something that I think millions of people suffer from. It's a condition that millions of people suffer from, and if we correct this within ourselves, it could really help us advance and progress in life. And you might be thinking, man, how this gonna help me advance and progress? Because man, it will prevent you from wasting a lot of time, and it will also raise your respectability among other people. And that is um, not being a person who straddles the fence. And what does straddling the fence mean? It's an old folks term. Straddling the fence is just simply means that you are a person who never wants to definitively say what it is he or she likes, dislikes, agrees with, disagrees with, what points you stand on. Is this, you like the green one or the black one better? You just won't decide because you feel like you're going to hurt the other person's feelings, or you feel like you're going to offend another group that you didn't side with, or whatever the case. And you can't be that way, man. You can't be that way, because what happens when you are that way, people don't respect you. And as a grown man or as a grown woman, we should all have reached a point in our life where we are comfortable to say whatever it is we feel in our heart, regardless if people disagree with it or not. Now, understand the difference between saying what's on your mind and in a direct, honest way, as opposed to saying what's on your mind and being disrespectful or insulting to somebody. That's a difference. That's not what I'm talking about. If somebody say, hey, if if somebody say, does this dress make me look fat? You don't just, yeah, it make you look real fat. You should never wear. Nah, you just have to have more tact in the way you say things, but you still should not ever muzzle the truth or just how you feel about the situation. People will respect you. When people look at you as a fence straddler, they, nah, man, we ain't ask this guy. But even if they don't like you, after you tell them, even after you say something that maybe goes against them, they may not like it, but they'll respect it. Now the real, they may not look at you and dislike you. They might just say, hey, well, you told her what it is, because the real will look at themselves and say, well, this is something I got to correct or something I got to get better at. But you don't ever want to be a person who walks around like a child, afraid to voice your view, because it's not just about the base level things that I was mentioning. Um, it could be about something that advances you in life. It could be a position or job or just a major situation. You may witness something that could vindicate somebody from a crime or something. They may have been accused of something they didn't do, and they putting pressure on you from both sides because you saw it. And it's like, well, man, did he threaten the officer? And you scared of the police and the person. Well, I mean, and somebody ended up getting jammed up. So we just got to be men and women. Just be direct, man. You don't mean no harm, but this is how you felt. This is what you stood on, and make sure you stand on that. You ain't got to straddle the fence. And don't be the type of person who is one way when you're with this group. You agree with everything this group says. Then when you get with this group, you agree with everything this group says, because you want to be liked so bad. You're not going to be liked by everybody. I don't care how you can be the most angelic person. Look, it's people that just do it all for other people, that have never failed them, and those people still have a problem with the people who never failed them. So you're not gonna please everybody. Get that out your mind. We should start teaching our children that early. The next thing I want to go into is the, the act of hesitating. And what do you mean hesitating? Just hesitating from the sense of when there's opportunity in front of you. I can speak personally for me, and I'm sure some of you may vouch and agree with this. Some of you may not have experienced it. But it's sometimes when you're in a particular moment, it's like you can almost feel like a special sense that kicks in that kind of tells you that, hey man, this is the moment. Go for it. Something like in your system just is pushing you like, go for it. And then you, like you playing double dutch or something, and you scared to move on it, but it was a voice in your head telling you to go. That's hesitancy, and hesitancy is rooted in fear in a lot of ways, because you hear people talk about that in sports all the time, like, oh, he was scared in the moment. He wasn't ready for the moment. He choked in the moment. We choke in the moment every day in other situations. If there's a position that you know you qualify for, if there's an opportunity in front of you where you say, well, man, she sings really good, and such is gonna be in the audience tonight, man. It would be really cool if you got up there and do your thing, and it may have been spontaneous. And you're like, well, I'm not really prepared. Oh no, we can. I'm not. Yeah. You hesitant. You never know what that opportunity may have brought. And we've all been through moments in our life where we hesitated on something, we ignored that voice, and it haunts you. It's a year later, 2 years later, 5, 10 years later. You wish you would have made that move in that moment, even if it wouldn't have turned out the way you could have failed, or it just didn't go like you may have thought. You know, there's always a sense of, I guess, closure or satisfaction just from giving it a try. And so when we hesitate, that's why they say he who hesitates is lost. You got to go for it. Now that doesn't mean be reckless. You still have to be strategic and survey and make sure you're making just, you ain't diving in face first into stuff. But sometimes in those moments, especially when you've prepared for a moment, that's what that's for. What do they say? Success comes when preparation and opportunity meet. That's what it's about. That's like you in the yard, the backyard, just on 5, 4, 3, 2, and you practicing for a moment where you may potentially be in a game-winning situation. So when the game-winning situation comes in life, you're scared to take the shot. That's metaphorical. You're scared to take that shot, and you can't score if you don't shoot. So stop hesitating. It's better to try and fail than to just not try at all, man. So keep that in mind, man. Hesitating, straddling the fence. These are things that we have to remove from ourselves that will instantly add to our manhood and our womanhood, because we act like children when we do that. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I'll catch y'all later. I will be live streaming tonight, so be sure to tune in. Peace.